In a small village surrounded by green fields and golden sunsets, lived Adam, a kind-hearted young man. His parents, Mr. and Mrs. Thomas, were aging and frail, yet they carried hearts full of love and faith. Adam worked at a local workshop, earning just enough to feed them and maintain their tiny home. Unlike others his age, Adam never complained. He would rise before dawn, prepare breakfast for his parents, and walk miles to work. People often mocked him for not chasing his own dreams. "You're wasting your youth," his friends teased. But Adam always smiled. "My parents' prayers are my dreams," he replied softly. One evening, as his father coughed heavily, Adam rushed to bring him warm water. His mother's trembling hands touched his face with tears of gratitude. That night, under the flickering lamp, Adam whispered to himself, "If serving them is my test, I'll pass it with love." Tom was not kind to Adam's family. His father's health worsened, and his mother could barely walk. The expenses grew, while his earnings stayed the same. Yet, Adam worked longer hours, often skipping meals to save money for medicine. One stormy evening, Adam returned home drenched. The roof leaked, the food was scarce, and his father lay in pain. Adam sat beside him, holding his hand. "Don't worry, father. Everything will be fine," he said, though tears filled his eyes. In silence, Mrs. Thomas prayed, "O Lord, bless this son who never lets us feel alone." Despite the hardship, Adam's heart remained steady. His love for his parents became his strength, not his burden. One morning, while delivering repaired furniture, Adam met Mr. Henry, a wealthy businessman from the city. Impressed by Adam's honesty and craftsmanship, Henry offered him a position in his company. "You have talent and discipline. Come to the city. You'll earn well," Henry said. Adam hesitated. "Sir, my parents need me. I can't leave them alone." Henry smiled kindly. "Then bring them along. I admire your devotion." That night, Adam shared the news. His mother wept with joy. "Maybe God is opening a door for you, my son." Adam looked toward the sky and whispered, "If this is his will, I'll follow it." A few weeks later, Adam packed their few belongings and prepared for a new life in the city, with hope shining in his eyes. City life was fast and unfamiliar. Adam rented a small apartment near the factory. Every day, he worked from dawn to dusk, then rushed home to take care of his parents. He cooked, cleaned, and read to them before they slept. His coworkers mocked him. "You treat your parents like children," they laughed. Adam only smiled. "Someday, you'll understand," he replied calmly. But deep down, exhaustion crept in. Nights grew long, and loneliness whispered in the dark. Still, when his mother would smile at him with pride, Adam felt all his pain melt away. He often prayed before bed, "Lord, give me strength to serve them till my last breath." Months passed. Adam's father's condition worsened. He needed expensive treatment. The doctor advised urgent care. Adam's savings were not enough. He sold his tools, his watch, and even his jacket to afford the hospital bills. When his co-workers heard, some mocked. "He's ruining himself for old people." Adam replied, "They sacrificed their youth for me. Can I not give mine for them?" The hospital corridors echoed with his footsteps and prayers. Nights without sleep, days without rest. Yet Adam never gave up. He stood by his father's side, whispering verses of hope. Then one morning, his father weakly held his hand. "My son," he said, "you've already earned heaven." Adam's tears fell silently. He didn't need heaven. His heaven was right there beside him. One cold night, the sound of rain tapping against the hospital window filled the silence. Adam sat beside his father, who lay pale and weak. The machines beeped softly, marking each breath as a blessing. Mrs. Thomas prayed quietly in the corner, her trembling lips whispering verses of faith. "Adam," his father whispered, barely audible. Adam leaned closer, holding his hand. "Promise me, you'll take care of your mother. Never let her feel alone." Tears rolled down Adam's face. "I promise, father. I'll never leave her." A faint smile appeared on Mr. Thomas's face. "Then I can rest now." With a deep breath, his hand fell still. The monitor went silent. The world seemed to stop. Adam hugged his father's lifeless body and cried like a child. His mother's wail echoed through the corridor, breaking hearts around them. But even in grief, Adam whispered, "Thank you, Lord, for giving me the chance to serve him till the end." After the funeral, the house felt painfully silent. Every corner reminded Adam of his father's laughter, his voice, his advice. Mrs. Thomas sat by the window, lost in memories. Adam tried to stay strong, but at night he would cry quietly, hiding his tears from her. He worked harder than ever, determined to fulfill his father's last wish. He cooked for his mother, helped her walk, and read her favorite books. She would smile weakly and say, "Your father would be proud, my son." One evening, as the sunset painted the sky gold, Adam sat beside her. "Mother," he said softly, "I miss him every day." She placed her wrinkled hand on his. "So do I, but we must keep his memory alive through goodness." One morning, Adam received a call from Mr. Henry. "Adam, I've been watching your work. You're honest, skilled, and loyal. I want to promote you to factory manager." Adam's heart raced. It meant better pay, more stability, a chance to give his mother comfort. "Thank you, sir. I'll do my best." He rushed home to tell her. When she heard the news, her eyes sparkled. "See, my son, God rewards those who serve with patience." That evening, Adam bought her favorite flowers and filled their small home with light and laughter again. His mother smiled and whispered, "Your father must be watching proudly." With his new position came pressure. Adam had to manage workers, handle clients, and deal with deadlines. Yet, every day after work, he rushed home to his mother. He cooked, cleaned, and kept her company. But his health began to suffer. He skipped meals, slept late, and ignored his own needs. His mother noticed his tired eyes and said, "Adam, you're overworking. Please rest." He smiled gently. "How can I rest when my peace is your smile?" Late one night, while his mother slept, Adam knelt beside her bed and whispered, "Oh God, give me the strength to care for her as long as she lives." The soft moonlight fell on his face, weary yet peaceful. Years passed. Adam's mother grew older, her health declining with each season. One morning, she fainted while trying to water her plants. Adam rushed to her side, panic flooding his chest. The doctor's words struck like thunder. "Her heart is weak. She needs constant care and rest." Adam took leave from work, refusing to leave her alone even for a moment. He fed her, sang softly to her, and read verses of comfort. His world shrank to that single room where his mother lay. One night, she looked at him with tears in her eyes. "You've given up everything for me." He smiled through his exhaustion. "Mother, you and father gave me life. I'm just returning the gift." The night was silent except for the sound of the old clock ticking. Adam sat by his mother's bed, gently wiping her forehead with a wet cloth. Her breathing was shallow, and her skin pale. Fear filled his heart, but he hid it behind a calm smile. He whispered, "Mother, don't worry. You'll be fine." She smiled weakly. "My dear son, if I go, don't grieve too long. Live with goodness, as you always have." Adam couldn't reply. He knelt beside her bed and prayed through the night, tears soaking his hands. "O Lord," he whispered, "take my strength, take my life, but please, give her a little more time." When dawn broke, his mother opened her eyes and saw him still praying. "Your love keeps me alive," she said faintly. Adam smiled through tears. That single line became his reason to keep fighting. Days later, while cleaning, Adam found a small sealed envelope on his mother's bedside table. It read, "For my son Adam." He hesitated before opening it. Inside was a short handwritten letter. "My beloved child, when you read this, know that I am proud of you. Your patience, love, and sacrifice are treasures that heaven itself must envy. Never think your kindness goes unseen, for God watches every tear, every sleepless night. Stay humble, and the world will honor you, just as heaven already has. With endless love, Mother." Adam held the letter close to his heart, tears falling onto the paper. "I'll never let your words fade, Mother," he whispered. "I'll live them." Weeks later, the inevitable came. One peaceful evening, as the golden light of sunset filled the room, Mrs. Thomas called Adam closer. Her voice was soft but steady. "My son, your father is waiting for me. Don't cry, for I leave with peace knowing you'll continue to do good." Adam held her hand tightly. "Please don't go, Mother," he whispered. She smiled faintly. "You've been my greatest blessing." As the light faded, her hand grew still. Silence filled the room. Adam felt the weight of the world fall on his heart. Yet, he kissed her forehead gently and said, "Rest now, Mother. You've done enough." That night, Adam buried both his pain and his parents beneath the stars, but their love lived forever in his soul. The house once filled with laughter now echoed with silence. Every corner whispered memories, his father's laughter, his mother's lullabies, their prayers together. Adam couldn't bear the quiet, yet he couldn't leave either. He placed their photos on the wall, lit candles before them, and prayed daily. "You're gone, but your blessings remain," he whispered. Days turned into months, yet Adam lived simply. He gave food to the poor, helped neighbors, and spoke gently to everyone. The people who once mocked him now said, "He's a man of pure heart." Though lonely, Adam's eyes carried peace. He often looked at the sky and whispered, "I serve them with love. Now I serve the world for their sake." One day, a stranger knocked at Adam's door, a poor orphan boy named Eli. He was hungry, weak, and trembling. Adam took him in without hesitation, fed him, and gave him a place to sleep. "You remind me of myself," Adam said gently. "I once had someone to care for. Now I'll care for you." Eli smiled shyly. "No one ever spoke kindly to me before." From that day on, Adam treated him like his own son. He taught him honesty, hard work, and gratitude. Soon, their home was filled again with laughter and warmth. As Adam watched Eli sleep peacefully one night, he whispered, "Maybe God took my parents to give me another chance to serve." As years passed, Adam's reputation spread across the city. People began calling him the man with the golden heart. His honesty and compassion inspired everyone he met. He built a small workshop that offered free training to poor workers. "Everyone deserves a chance to live with dignity," he said. Eli, now a bright teenager, worked by his side, calling him father. One day, Mr. Henry visited. "Adam, you've turned your pain into purpose. You've changed lives." Adam smiled humbly. "It's all because of my parents' prayers. Their love guides every step I take." The workshop became a symbol of hope, proof that goodness, once planted, grows forever. One morning, Adam received a letter sealed with gold. It was from the city's mayor, inviting him to an awards ceremony for outstanding service to humanity. Adam was shocked. "I never did this for fame," he murmured. At the ceremony, the hall was filled with applause as his name was announced. Dressed simply, Adam walked to the stage, holding his parents' photo close. "This honor belongs to them," he said, voice trembling. "They taught me what love and sacrifice truly mean." Tears filled the audience's eyes. People rose to their feet, clapping with respect. That night, Adam looked up at the stars and whispered, "Mother, Father, your son has been honored by the world because of you." That night, Adam dreamed of walking through a beautiful garden filled with golden light. Birds sang softly, and a gentle breeze carried peace. From afar, he saw two familiar figures, his father and mother, smiling brightly. "Adam," his father said, "you fulfilled your promise. You cared for your mother, and you lived with faith." His mother added, "Your kindness reached heaven, my son. We're proud of you." Adam knelt, tears streaming down his face. "I've missed you both so much." His mother touched his head lovingly. "We never left, dear one. We live in your heart." He woke with tears and peace, the kind that comes from knowing love never dies. Years turned into decades. Eli grew into a wise, kind-hearted man, running the workshop with the same love Adam had shown. Adam, now old and gray, watched proudly as Eli helped others just as he once did. One evening, Adam sat by the window, watching the sunset, the same way his parents once had. Eli brought him tea. "Father, it's time to rest," he said kindly. Adam smiled. "You remind me of myself and of the love I was blessed to give." He looked at the sky and whispered, "Lord, I have nothing left to ask. You gave me everything through service." One calm morning, Adam closed his eyes for the last time. A gentle smile rested on his face. The townspeople gathered to mourn, saying, "A saint lived among us." Eli held his mentor's hand for the last time. "You taught me that love is the greatest honor. I'll carry your light forward." Years later, a statue was built in the town square, not of a hero or a warrior, but of a man sitting beside two elderly parents, his hands folded in respect. Beneath it, a plaque read, "He served his parents with love, and God blessed him with eternal honor." And thus, Adam's story lived on, a story of service, sacrifice, and divine reward. Many years passed after Adam's death. Yet his story continued to touch every soul in the town. Children grew up hearing about the man who served his parents. The workshop he built became a community center where the poor were fed and trained freely. Eli, now elderly himself, often told Adam's story to young apprentices. Remember, he would say, honor to parents is the first step toward honor from God. One day, a young boy asked, did he ever ask for anything in return? Eli smiled. No, child. His reward came from heaven, through peace in his heart and love in his life. Among those who listened to Eli's stories was Daniel, a curious boy with bright eyes and a restless heart. His parents were poor and often sick, yet he rarely helped them, believing dreams mattered more than duty. One evening, after hearing Adam's tale, Daniel couldn't sleep. He remembered Eli's words, love for parents brings blessings greater than gold. The next morning, he brought breakfast to his mother and helped his father to the market. His mother's smile melted his pride. You remind me of a good man I once heard about, she said softly. Daniel's heart changed that day. He decided to follow Adam's path of kindness and faith. Daniel grew into a responsible young man, caring deeply for his aging parents. He worked hard, studied honestly, and helped those in need. When Eli passed away peacefully, Daniel took over the workshop, determined to continue Adam's legacy. He placed a small sign above the door that read, serve with love, and heaven will serve you. People began calling him the young Adam. His kindness revived the same spirit the old man once carried. One evening, while locking up the workshop, Daniel looked at the statue of Adam and whispered, I'll make you proud, sir. A soft breeze touched his face, as if heaven itself had answered. Years later, Daniel's goodness spread far beyond the town. People came from other cities to see the place that raised so many lives from despair. A journalist once asked him, what inspired all of this? Daniel replied humbly, a man who served his parents without expecting anything. His love for them lit the world. He took the reporter to Adam's statue and said, this is the face of true success. Not wealth, not fame, but service. That interview went viral. Across the nation, people learned about Adam Thomas, the son who served his parents and the generations who followed his path. Decades later, long after Daniel too had passed, the workshop still stood, now transformed into a grand institute named the House of Honor. Inside, a golden plaque read, dedicated to Adam Thomas, the man who served his parents with love and earned God's everlasting blessing. Visitors came from far and wide, some in tears, others in prayer. A gentle peace filled the halls, as if Adam's soul still watched over them. Outside, under a radiant sky, stood 3 statues, Adam in the middle, his parents on either side, and below them, a small boy offering flowers, symbolizing the generations his love inspired. And as the sun set behind them, it felt as if heaven smiled, for a story of love had truly become eternal. If you liked this story and felt its message touch your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support inspires us to bring more emotional and meaningful stories every week. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a story that warms your soul. Thank you for watching. Every story beats with a lesson.